Shalom Akim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Shem Kwakadash, the abundance and salutations to the elders and apostles, great and rule well, to the Akim, around the four corners of the earth, preaching the gospel from Ashak Yahushua in sincerity and truth, with all diligence of mind, Brian Mercer, DC Church. Short lesson to edify the hopeful elect. Alright, just to, let Akim know that, Esau's, Corona lies, man, Corona drama, Corona doctrine is just, it's falling apart, and it's gonna hold on to it, man, till the day the Most High, snatch the kingdom out of his hands. All right. So you just have to be aware, man, that the trickery of the devil, it's like a water main, man. It's all flooding everywhere. The whole street is flooded. The whole neighborhood is flooded. The folks can barely, swim. Swim for their lives, man, because the flood of, the flood of lies is just enormous, man. So, as a man of the Lord, always remember, man, the Lord has got you. The Most High is going to protect you from these devils and their scheme, man, to try to drown out, the truth, because how what the Lord Hamashiach told the Apostle Peter, all right, that the gates of hell shall not prevail. In fact, you know what? Let me read that precept. So this is the book of Matthew, chapter 16. Let me read verse 16. It says, "And Simon Peter answered and said, Thou art the anointed Mashiach, the Son of the living power. And Yahushua answered and said unto him, Blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood had not revealed it unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven. And I say also unto thee, that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail." Okay. Then verse 19 also says, "And I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven." Yeah, so that promise that the Lord made to the Apostle Peter is very, very important. And also remember, man, you are part of that ministry. All right? You're part of that ministry that the Lord Hamashiach Yahushua, proclaimed to the Apostle Peter. Okay, you are part of the ministry as a man of the Lord, as an Israelite. Okay, from one of the 12 tribes, you are part of that ministry, and your lot is never gonna be, how you say it, it's never gonna be overthrown. Remember that, man. So no matter how hard these devils try to force you to go along with their program, it's never going to work, because the Lord Hamashiach Yahushua has already said it, that the gates of hell shall not prevail. The leadership of of this elite, man, of these Edomites, man, of the heathen upon the face of the earth, is not going to have any effect on our salvation, because our salvation is already set in stone. All right. Abarataza, Akim, we that power of GMS of that number. Okay. So this is the so-called Senator Rand Paul, having the back and forth with Mr. Fauci. So it's always drama in Babylon, man, and you're always gonna see through the falsehoods, and not to be biased. They're both on the same side, okay? So don't get it twisted, okay? So I'm gonna play the clip real quick, and then get some more precepts.
You're telling everybody to wear a mask, whether they've had an infection or a vaccine. What I'm saying is they have immunity, and everybody agrees they have immunity. What studies do you have that people that have had the vaccine or have had the infection are spreading the infection? If we're not spreading the infection, isn't it just theater?
No, it's
not.
not.
The vaccine and you're wearing 2 masks. Isn't that theater?
No.
So that's what you have to, look around you and observe, okay? Because they tell you that the jab, is the end all be all, the ultimate, the ultimate cure, the ultimate answer, to this corona drama, okay? And they still tell people to wear a mask and wear double masks. So it just shows you that, they're fraudulent, and if they say that the jab, provides a perfect immunity, so what's the use of wearing the mask? Because you can no longer infect anybody, neither can you get infected anymore. So how are you gonna have a symptom when you're not infected? So that's the trick, and that's what they always have to use to keep on pushing their drama. Always an endless propaganda. All right. So you just have to understand, man, that the devil, man, is never gonna, it's never gonna give it up, man. It's always gonna, swing that sword all the way to the end.
That's not. Here we go again with the theater. Let's get down to the facts. Okay, the studies that you quote from Crotty and Sete look at in vitro examination of memory immunity, which in their paper they specifically say this does not necessarily pertain to the actual protection. It's in vitro.
And what studies can you point to that show significant reinfection? There are no studies that show significant reinfection.
Let me finish the response to your question, if you please. The other thing is that when you talk about reinfection and you don't keep in the concept of variants, that's an entirely different ballgame. That's a good reason for a mask. In the South African study conducted by J&J, they found that people who were infected with wild type and were exposed to the variant in South Africa, the 351, it was as if they had never been infected before. They had no protection.
Yeah, so what they're going to keep on doing, they're going to keep saying, okay, well, the virus already mutated. In other words, we got to have another jab. Another jab has to be developed so we could have adequate protection, so another variant comes up, gonna say, well, we got the Texas variant, the Oklahoma variant, the Jamaican variant, the Canadian variant, the Mexican variant. They're also gonna say the Brazilian variant, the Moroccan variant, the Palestinian variant. Say, oh well, we got it's like an endless, endless supply of variants. So that's how the whole stuff is just a joke, man. It's all theater. That's all it is, man. Because the Lord has already given us, the resources we need, man. It's giving us the knowledge, understanding of how to use the medicines of the earth, and common sense, proper hygiene, practices to stay healthy, But Esau always got to, create a boogeyman, man, propaganda and fear. So the book of Exodus chapter 23 verse 1 says, "Thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness." Yep. And that's why the Lord has to get us out of Babylon, man, out of the hands of the devil, man. It's just every day is just another false report, man. That's why you always keep hearing fake news, this, fake news, that, man. It's like, God damn, so when is the truth gonna have its day, and that's the reason why the man of the Lord keep on bringing out the words of the scriptures, man, because this world is nothing but engulfed in lies. The scripture talks about the world, is covered in darkness, gross darkness cover the people's mind. All these people walking around are just spewing lies and lies and lies and lies and lies because they're feeding upon the false report. They've drunken of that cup of Babylon, that Babylon juice, man. So another precept will be from the book of Proverbs chapter 6. All right, I'm going to read from the verse 16. It says, these 6 things doth the Lord hate. Yes, 7 are an abomination unto him, a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, a heart, okay, and heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. Who else does that describe but these Edomites, man? That's Esau's, description to a perfect image, So the Lord is perfect, man, in letting the people, his people, know, especially the man of the Lord, who is causing the turmoil upon the face of the earth. All right, and the Lord Yahushua said, by their fruits you shall know them. Okay, so all this drama you see on the news and all these press briefings and all that and the articles, always remember, man, there's always an agenda for it, and it's becoming clearer and clearer what they want. So, they could say whatever they're going to say, and the Lord's not going to allow them to touch his elect, to overcome them. All right. So another precept will be from the book of Proverbs chapter 19 verse 9. It says, a false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that speaketh lies shall perish. And that is the judgment, for all these falsehoods that's just, engulfing the world, man. The mouth of the devil is just spewing lies to deceive the people. That's why you have to, be circumspect, man. Scripture tells you about you have an unction to know all things. And I'll also get another precept. It's going to be from the book of Sirach, okay? So I'm going to get it real quick. This is book of Sirach, chapter 5, verse 15. Be not ignorant of anything in the matter, all right? Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small. And again, Sirach chapter 5, verse 15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. And that's words of wisdom. So when you see all these folks claiming to be experts, and you put them to the test, and you figure out they're hiding something, then you realize, what? Hey, go your own way. That's the reason why the word of the Lord cannot be mingled with the doctrine of this world, okay? So you have to stay steadfast in your own lane, okay? You don't have no business lining up for that jab, all right? So another precept will be from the book of Job, all right? Job chapter 20, verse 7. This is the judgment for a false witness. All right, it says, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? Yeah, so all these falsehoods, that is being propagated over the airwaves, The Lord Yabashimasha has already, set an end for it. So don't be surprised when all the lies start falling apart like a house of cards, because the truth, stands on a solid foundation, and that's the reason why when the test comes, you're gonna see those who believed in lies and those who believe in the truth. Okay, you're gonna see the whole difference. Like the script, the word says, the proof is in the pudding. All right, so in that time we shall see. So another precept will be from the book of Malachi. Malachi chapter 3, verse 5. It says, "And I will come near to you to judgment, and I will be and I will be a swift witness against the sorcerers, and against the adulterers, and against false swearers, and against those that oppress the hireling in his wages, the widow and the fatherless, and that turn aside the stranger from his right. And fear not me, said the Lord of hosts." All right, the Lord Abashimasha Bashim Kokdash is about what? He is coming for judgment. So all these falsehoods and all these half truths that you so always like to put out as gospel, the Lord's gonna put an end to it. So that's a point that I can, just see when you have a simple test and all the lies is falling apart, and then realize that you can't trust the devil. You can't, man. There's no reason why you have to, and the Lord never gave you a reason to do so. So, Abarataza, the Lord keeps us safe and, help us tighten up, because the roller coaster is going to get bumpy. Shalom.